Chosen one, listen very carefully. Something is moving around your life that you cannot ignore anymore. If this video has reached you today, understand. There is a lawyer, an authority, someone with power who has turned their attention toward you. And no, this is not a warning of danger. This is a sign that something connected to your destiny, something that belongs to you, is finally surfacing. Documents, decisions, or opportunities that were hidden are now coming into the light. You have two things in your life that someone influential is trying to reach you for, and these two things are about to change everything. So stay right here. Don't blink, because what I'm about to reveal will make the whole situation crystal clear. Before you go deeper into this video, do these three things to connect with God's energy. First, like this video. Second, comment, "I am ready to activate my power." And finally, subscribe so you never miss the messages meant for your destiny. You have two divine rights that were delayed. Now they're being released. Chosen one. Let me explain this to you in the simplest, clearest way possible. There are certain blessings in your life that were meant to arrive earlier. You were supposed to receive them in a different season, maybe months ago, maybe even years ago. But life didn't go the way you expected. People disappointed you, situations went wrong, timing didn't cooperate, and circumstances forced you to wait. You probably thought you were being denied, but the truth is much deeper. You were being prepared. What you were waiting for wasn't cancelled. It was simply delayed until the moment you would be strong enough to handle it. These two divine rights are not ordinary. One of them is connected to your stability, the part of your life that brings you peace, balance, and security. The second one is connected to your future, the part of your life that holds growth, expansion, and destiny. The reason both were delayed is because receiving them too early would have placed you in situations you weren't ready for. You might have accepted the wrong people into your blessing, or you might have used your gift in a place where it would have been misused. God hid it, protected it, and kept it safe for the moment your spirit matured enough to carry it properly. Now the delays are breaking. You may not see it physically yet, but spiritually, something has already shifted. The energy around you has changed. Opportunities that were closed are quietly opening. Decisions that were blocked are being reviewed again. You are entering a season where the things that were once stuck are now moving on their own. A lawyer's involvement in your spiritual story is a sign of authority, something official, something structured, something that requires order. When legal energy shows up around a chosen one, it often means that something long promised is being processed, approved, or handed over to them. Think of it like this. Life is finally clearing the path for what belongs to you. The forces working in your favor are not seen, but they're powerful. People may not know your name, but your name is being mentioned. You might not have chased these blessings, but they are now chasing you. The lawyer represents the completion of a journey, the end of waiting, the end of uncertainty, and the end of spiritual interruption. It means something has been reviewed, examined, and validated. And now it's being released. Don't doubt this moment. You can feel the difference already. Your mind is calmer. Your intuition is louder. You sense something changing, even if you can't explain it. That is alignment. That is divine timing. Those two rights, stability and future, are finally stepping into your hands. Nothing and no one can delay them anymore. Your season has begun, and what was once held back is now rushing toward you with full force. You're not imagining this shift. You're walking into it. Someone tried to block what belongs to you. But the block is ending. Chosen one. You may not realize it fully, but there was a time when certain people or situations quietly stood in the way of your blessing. You didn't see it directly, but you felt it. A strange resistance, a delay that didn't make sense, closed doors that should have opened, opportunities that slipped away, right when you were closest to them. This wasn't because you were unworthy. It was because someone, somewhere, tried to interfere with what was meant for you. Sometimes people act out of jealousy, insecurity, or fear of your potential. Sometimes life places the wrong people in between you and your blessing. And sometimes your own kindness allows people into spaces they were never qualified to be in. But the truth remains. Something that belonged to you was slowed down because of someone else's actions. However, the beautiful part of this story is this: nothing done in secret can stop a destiny that's protected. And now, finally, the block is ending. You may not know who tried to hinder you, you may not know when it happened, and you may never find out the full truth. But the spiritual process is unfolding behind the scenes. The very things that were held back, decisions, approvals, blessings, opportunities, and even clarity are beginning to rise again. Just like documents that resurface on a lawyer's desk after being buried for too long, your blessings are being pulled back into the light. The presence of a lawyer in your spiritual journey is symbolic. It represents justice, correction, alignment, and the removal of obstacles. It means the universe is correcting something that went wrong. It means a wrong turn is being rerouted, a missing approval is reappearing, and a halted blessing is being set in motion again. Your life is entering a phase where the things that were unfairly taken from you and the things that were unjustly delayed are now being restored with authority. You were never meant to be denied, and that truth is becoming impossible to ignore. This shift is happening because you remained true to your heart even when others weren't true to you. You kept moving even when life slowed you down. You kept believing even when it felt like nothing was changing. That patience created a spiritual momentum, and now it's pushing every blocked blessing back toward you. You'll soon notice the signs: unexpected messages, sudden opportunities, renewed connections, approvals that finally go through, and clarity that brings relief. These are not coincidences. They're confirmations that the block is being removed. You didn't lose anything permanently. You were being protected from receiving it at the wrong time or in the wrong environment. Now that the block is lifting, the blessing is returning with even more strength. The situation is being corrected. The delay is ending. And what was once hidden from you is finding its way back into your life, exactly as it was meant to. Chosen one, keep your heart open. Something that belonged to you is on its way home. Your name has reached the table of authority without you knowing. Chosen one. Sometimes in life, you feel invisible. You feel like your efforts aren't noticed, your intentions aren't understood, or your potential isn't being recognized. You move quietly, you work silently, and you keep pushing forward even when no one is clapping for you. But what you don't realize is that your spirit travels farther than your body ever could. Long before you enter a room physically, your energy, your character, your resilience, and your truth walk ahead of you. And right now, your name has reached a place you never expected. A table of authority, a space where serious decisions are made, a room where doors can be opened or closed with just one conversation. This is why the involvement of a lawyer is not random. Lawyers deal with documents, approvals, legitimacy, protection, and decisions that carry weight. For such a figure to be connected to your story means something in your life has caught the attention of someone who can influence your next chapter. Your name did not land there by luck. It was placed there. Spiritually, it was guided. Someone in authority, someone you may have never met, someone who doesn't know your struggle, someone who doesn't know your heart the way God does, has suddenly become aware of you. Right now, your life is being reviewed from a higher perspective. 2 files, 2 choices, or 2 opportunities connected to your destiny are being evaluated. These could be literal documents, spiritual alignments, unseen blessings, or life-changing pathways that require confirmation. Whatever they are, they carry the potential to shift your direction in a way you never imagined. This is the moment your spirit has been preparing you for. You didn't ask to be noticed, but you were noticed anyway. You didn't chase these opportunities, but they're coming anyway. You didn't push your way into these rooms, but your name entered them anyway. This is what happens when you are chosen. Your presence is felt in places your hands have never touched. Your character, your goodness, your intention, your strength, and your endurance create a spiritual echo that reaches the right people at the right time. Your name is now in conversations that can bless you. People who have influence are looking at your potential. Someone is reviewing decisions that relate to your stability, your growth, or your future. They may not know your entire story, but they see something valuable connected to your name. They see promise, they see potential, they see destiny. This is all unfolding without you having to force anything. You are being recognized in silence. You are being considered in absence. You are being lifted in ways you didn't even pray for, because your heart has already qualified you for this moment. So don't doubt the shift you're feeling. Don't ignore the signs around you. Something is happening behind the scenes, something powerful, something aligned, something meant for your upliftment. Your name has reached the right table, and what follows next will reveal just how divinely guided your path truly is. 2 life-changing choices are coming, and you must be ready. Chosen one, the reason you've been feeling that quiet shift inside you, the sudden awareness, the restlessness, the sense that something big is coming, is because life is getting ready to place 2 major choices directly in front of you. These are not small decisions. These are not casual options. These are crossroads that will shape the path you walk for the next season of your life. One of these choices will influence your financial stability, your growth, and your resources. The other will influence your direction, where you're going, who you're becoming, and what kind of future you're stepping into. Right now, even if you don't see anything happening on the surface, decisions are forming around you. People are talking, energies are shifting, opportunities are being aligned. It's like life is slowly placing 2 doors in front of you, preparing the moment when you must decide which one to walk through. These choices are forming in silence, but they carry a loud impact. Each one of them has the power to change your routine, your circle, and even your purpose. The lawyer showing up in your spiritual message is a symbol that something official is arriving. In the physical world, lawyers deal with documents, contracts, approvals, and decisions that require a signature. Spiritually, this represents commitment. It represents a moment where you can't stand on the fence anymore. You must choose. Destiny wants your yes. Destiny wants your approval. Destiny wants you to step into the next version of yourself with clarity and courage. The financial choice could come in many forms: a job shift, a business opportunity, a partnership, an investment, a settlement, or a door that opens unexpectedly. It may require you to break away from comfort and step into something new. It might bring more responsibility, but it will also bring more reward. This decision will help stabilize your life in ways you've been praying for. The second choice is deeply spiritual. It's about your direction, your path, your growth. It could be related to moving to a new place, cutting ties with someone, stepping into a new environment, or finally choosing your own peace over the expectations of others. This choice will determine the emotional and spiritual space you walk into next. It will shape who you become. These two choices won't appear randomly. They will show up when you're strong enough to say yes to what aligns with your destiny and no to what drains it. And this is why you've been feeling different lately. You're being prepared. Your intuition is sharpening. Your spirit is becoming more aware. You're noticing things you used to ignore, and you're outgrowing situations that once felt comfortable. When destiny requires your signature, whether physically on a paper or spiritually through a decision, be ready. Don't shrink. Don't doubt yourself. Don't question your worth. These choices are not coming to overwhelm you. They are coming to elevate you. This is your moment to step boldly into the life that was waiting for you all along. Something connected to your past is returning for closure. Chosen one, there are moments in life when you feel like you've moved on, yet a part of your past still sits quietly in the background, unfinished, unresolved, untouched. These might be conversations that never happened, decisions you made too quickly, opportunities you had to leave behind, or situations that ended without clarity. At the time, you didn't have the strength, the understanding, or the emotional space to deal with them, so life allowed them to rest. But now, those same moments are circling back, not to punish you or bring old pain, but to bring closure, real, honest, soul-level closure. This return is not a setback. It's a final chapter. There are things from your past that couldn't move forward until you healed, and now you've grown enough to face them without fear. You're not the same person you were when those situations first occurred. Back then, you reacted out of survival. Today, you respond with wisdom. That difference is exactly why these past energies are coming back, because now you can handle them in a healthier and more empowered way. The involvement of a lawyer in this spiritual message symbolizes restoration. Lawyers deal with unfinished matters, corrections, clarity, legal closures, and the truth being brought into the light. In your life, this is a sign that anything left open, whether emotional, practical, or spiritual, is now being addressed properly. No more loose ends, no more confusion, no more wondering, what if, or why did that happen? Life is giving you a chance to settle things once and for all so you can move forward without carrying old weight. This return from the past might come in different forms. A person you once cared about might try to reconnect, not to restart the story, but to end it with peace. A forgotten opportunity might reappear, offering you another chance now that you're ready for it. A truth you never knew could surface, helping you understand why things unfolded the way they did. A mistake you once made may finally be forgiven, by others or by yourself. Or a situation you walked away from might complete itself naturally without you having to do anything. No matter which form it takes, the purpose is the same: to free you. Closure is not about reopening old wounds, it's about healing them. It's about taking your power back from the places where you lost it. It's about understanding what once confused you and releasing what no longer belongs to your path. This is a cleansing of your story, so your next chapter can begin with clarity instead of emotional baggage. You don't need to fear the past returning. It's coming back as a teacher, not a threat. It's coming to help you let go, not pull you backward. And once this closure happens, you'll feel lighter, clearer, stronger, and more prepared for the life ahead. This is your moment to finally step into the future, without being tied to old shadows. The cycle is ending, so your new beginning can finally start. You are being protected spiritually, even if you can't see it. Chosen one, as you rise into a new level of your life, there is something happening around you that you may not fully understand yet. You are being protected, not in a loud or dramatic way, but quietly, gently, and consistently. When a chosen one steps into their next chapter, the resistance naturally increases. Challenges appear out of nowhere, people start acting differently, and unexpected situations try to pull you back. But at the same time, something even stronger begins to work in your favor: divine protection. This protection isn't always visible, but it is always present. The lawyer's presence in this message symbolizes a spiritual shield being placed over you. A lawyer represents defense, clarity, truth, and protection from harm. In your spiritual journey, this means that God is assigning a layer of safety around your path. Things that were meant to cause chaos, confusion, or stress are being blocked before they reach you. You may not see the full drama unfolding behind the scenes, but you are already experiencing the results of that protection. Think about the sudden peace you've been feeling lately. You may not have words for it, but your heart feels calmer. Problems that once triggered you now pass without hurting you the same way. That peace is not random. It's a sign of divine shielding. You are being given mental and emotional safety so you can step into your next season with clarity instead of anxiety. You might also have noticed that certain people in your life have suddenly become distant. Relationships changed without explanation. Some drifted away, some grew silent, some created space, and some simply vanished. This is not rejection. It is protection. God heard conversations you didn't hear, saw intentions you couldn't see, and understood energies you couldn't feel. Instead of exposing you to unnecessary drama, He simply removed those people from your way. Losing them felt confusing at first, but if they had stayed any longer, they would have interfered with your growth. Another sign of this spiritual protection is clarity. Recently, you might have found yourself making wiser decisions without knowing why. You're recognizing red flags quicker. You're avoiding situations that once trapped you. You're saying no more confidently. This is not just maturity, it's divine guidance. When God protects you, He also sharpens your intuition so you can sense danger before it arrives. In the background of your life, two major risks that could have caused real trouble are being dissolved. These risks could be people with harmful intentions, decisions that would have led to regret, or situations that were not aligned with your destiny. You didn't have to fight them. You didn't even have to know about them. God removed them quietly, like a father taking danger out of a child's path before the child even notices. Chosen one, you are not walking alone. You are surrounded by protection, spiritual, emotional, and energetic. Even when you feel vulnerable, you are being guarded. Even when you feel uncertain, you are being guided. And even when you can't see the full picture, God is already rearranging everything so you stay safe, strong, and ready for the blessings coming your way. You may not see the shield, but you are living inside it. Your life is entering a season of seriousness and structure. Chosen one, whether you realize it or not, your life is changing in a very specific way. You are entering a season where things are becoming more serious, more structured, and more aligned. This is not the time of confusion or scattered energy you once lived in. This is the time when God starts organizing your life piece by piece. Whenever a chosen one is about to rise, the first sign is not fame, success, or celebration. The first sign is order. God starts removing what doesn't belong, strengthening what needs support, and positioning you exactly where you need to be for the next level. You may have noticed that your life has become more focused recently. You're not as interested in distractions anymore. Drama doesn't excite you. Chaos doesn't fit you. And people who waste your time no longer feel like a place you should invest your energy. That shift is not random, it's preparation. You are being shaped for something bigger, and bigger blessings require a more structured life. This is why signs connected to seriousness, like lawyers, documents, decisions, and signatures, are showing up spiritually. These symbols represent commitment, responsibility, maturity, and official movement. It means your life is moving from thinking about it to doing it, from planning to executing, from dreaming to receiving. You're stepping out of the phase where everything was just a possibility and stepping into a phase where things are becoming real, tangible, and confirmed. This is also a time when your responsibilities may increase, not in a burdensome way, but in a growth-oriented way. You might receive tasks that require more discipline. You might have opportunities that demand more effort. You may even feel like life is asking you to stretch a little further. That's because elevation always comes with expansion. Before God gives you more, He strengthens your capacity to handle more. You're also noticing that opportunities are becoming clearer. Decisions are becoming more important. Not everything is maybe or someday anymore. You are being confronted with real choices, real paths, and real directions that will shape your future. This seriousness is not to stress you. It is to prepare you for a chapter where blessings will require commitment, not just desire. The days of simply hoping for change are over. You are now stepping into the season where you must take aligned action. And with this structure comes clarity. You will begin to understand what your purpose truly demands from you. Your priorities will shift naturally. Your focus will sharpen. You'll suddenly see what deserves your energy and what doesn't. This is how God protects your purpose, by giving you clarity you didn't even ask for. So don't fear this seriousness. Don't resist this order. It is not the end of your freedom. It's the beginning of your purpose. This structure is the foundation beneath the blessings that are coming. You're not just moving forward, you're growing up spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. This is the season where your life stops being accidental and starts becoming intentional. You are stepping into your purpose with both feet. This is alignment, pure and powerful. Unexpected help is coming through an unlikely person. Chosen one, one thing you must understand about your journey is this: help almost never comes from the people you expect. The ones you hoped would stand beside you may not show up. The people you trusted may stay silent. And the ones you thought would support you might not understand your path at all. But that doesn't mean you're alone. It simply means God is planning to send help from a direction you never saw coming. In your story, the lawyer represents this unexpected help. This is not someone you reached out to. You didn't call them. You didn't ask for their involvement. Yet somehow they appear, carrying answers, clarity, or an opportunity that connects directly to your destiny. This is how divine assistance works. It arrives quietly, but powerfully. It enters through people who are not even on your mind, proving that your blessings were never dependent on those you expected. They were planned long before you even knew you needed them. Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come from strangers, people who know nothing about your struggles, your history, or your past. They simply appear at the exact moment you need them the most. This is because God chooses people based on purpose, not familiarity. Someone you barely notice, someone you've never met, or someone you would never expect might be carrying the next piece of your destiny. You may start noticing situations where a random person gives you a message at the perfect time, or an opportunity lands in your lap through someone completely outside your circle, or you might receive information that changes everything from a source you didn't even know existed. These moments are not coincidences. They're confirmation that your path is divinely orchestrated. The reason help is coming from an unexpected direction is simple. God is protecting you from depending on the wrong people. If your blessing came from familiar faces, you might think they deserved the credit. But when help comes from someone you never expected, you know without doubt that it was God's hand moving on your behalf. This unlikely helper might be the one who notices something that benefits you. They might push a decision forward. They might speak your name in the right room. They might reveal information you needed. Or they might simply show up at the exact time when everything felt uncertain. Their presence proves that your destiny is bigger than your connections. Your destiny is guided. Don't be surprised if someone outside your usual circle becomes the key to something important. Don't be shocked if a stranger unlocks a door that people close to you never even tried to open. And don't underestimate the power of someone you barely know. They may be the person appointed to deliver the news, opportunity, or clarity that sets your next season in motion. Chosen one, help is on the way, and it is coming from a place you never imagined. Stay open, stay aware, stay ready. God is sending someone unexpected, and they carry something meant only for you. This is a sign. Your next chapter requires legal, spiritual, and emotional upgrade. Chosen one. The appearance of this lawyer in your spiritual message is not just a small detail, it's a sign of a major shift happening in your life. This moment is bigger than paperwork or decisions. It symbolizes a deep transformation in 3 areas: legal, spiritual, and emotional. You're stepping into a chapter where things won't be vague, uncertain, or halfway done anymore. You're moving into a phase where your life becomes official, protected, acknowledged, and elevated. Legally, this symbolizes alignment and structure. It means the blessings coming your way will not be unstable or temporary. They will be firm, grounded, and secure. Whether this shows up as opportunities, approvals, contracts, or decisions, this time, nothing will be shaky. The doors opening for you now aren't meant to close again. You're entering a chapter where what is yours will be recorded, recognized, and respected. Nothing will be taken lightly, and nothing will be left in confusion. Spiritually, this is an even deeper message. God is upgrading your path. He's making sure your purpose is no longer hidden or overlooked. Every chosen one reaches a moment where their inner promise begins to shine outwardly. You may notice your intuition becoming stronger, your clarity sharper, and your peace more consistent. This is because your spirit is stepping into alignment with your destiny. You're becoming spiritually mature, emotionally balanced, and mentally steady. You're no longer operating from fear. You're operating from faith and inner strength. Emotionally, this upgrade means you're being prepared to handle what's coming. Big blessings require a stable heart. You can no longer react from old wounds. You can no longer allow doubt to whisper lies to you. You can no longer question your value. This next chapter demands emotional growth, confidence, inner calm, self-respect, and the courage to take up space. Your heart is healing in ways you may not recognize yet. You're becoming stronger than your past and lighter than your burdens. The two things you carry, your purpose and your promise, are about to be protected like never before. Your purpose is who you are becoming. Your promise is what God said you would receive. And now, both are being validated. You're not dreaming anymore. You're receiving. You're not hoping anymore. You're aligning. You're not surviving anymore. You're rising. You may feel different lately, more serious, more focused, more aware of your actions and surroundings. That's because you're stepping into a life where things will require your signature, literally and spiritually. You're entering a season where your decisions matter, your voice matters, and your presence carries power. This moment is not just a shift, it's confirmation. You're not lost, you're not behind, you're not forgotten. You're stepping into your rightful place with protection, clarity, and authority. This upgrade is proof that everything you went through was preparing you for the life you're about to live. Your next chapter is not just beginning, it's being stamped, sealed, and secured. Chosen one, this message didn't appear in your life by accident. Something big is unfolding around you, and these 9 signs prove that your destiny is shifting. Before you go deeper into this journey, do one thing. Like this video, comment, "I am ready for the truth," and subscribe so you never